Good morning, buddy. Can everybody? Can you guys? Melanie, good morning, Sherry. Melanie, and good morning, Donnell. Hi, Jim. Nice hanging out with you on Discord yesterday. Hi, Dawn. You too. It was nice hanging out with Dawn. Dawn got to babysit Gemma yesterday. Oh, Annette, good morning. Hi, Sheila. Good morning. Good morning, Friday sometimes. Hi, Lisa. Good morning, everybody. I was working on adding um, let's see here. Uh-oh. Good morning, everybody. Sorry. Hi, Diana. Good morning. Um, I was working adding second camera this morning. I had everything all worked out, all fine. And then I clicked on something and it disappeared. So I don't know what happened. Uh, so that's what happened. Um, let's see here. Oh, just bear with me for a second. Sorry. Hold on, everybody. I'm here. Sorry. Sorry. Um, how is everybody doing? Good morning. It is a beautiful Friday, sunny. Um, not very warm, but that's okay. Uh, let's see here. Everybody, everybody here. Uh, hi, Deb. Good morning. Uh, so I was trying to add the second camera, and I said I had everything going really good, and then um, yeah. So I'm gonna let's do how this works. Oh, there. All right. So can you guys see now? Let's see here. Mm. Okay. So I just wanted to. Sorry. All right. So are we good? Everybody. Hi, Lord. Good morning. Um, I'm just trying to see. Uh, can everybody? Where we? Mm. But you see, I'm just work adding the. Most lurking Dawn, your support in and okay. Hello. Oops, that's how I have to out this. Come on now. We okay? Mm, oops. Um, all right. How are we doing? um, mm, mm. Hi, Joel. Good morning. I thought it would be in, okay. How about now? Good? Okay. I well to figure out what to do. Um, um, okay. Hopefully I should try and figure this stuff out before. Hi, Mom and Daddy. Hi, Andrea. How are you? Um, I had to remove this, but okay. Oh, Andrea, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm Ooh. Hi, Amanda. Thank you for joining everybody. So today, please let me know if you are able to hear me and we're good. Um, your screen is going to now also voice too. Um, so how about now? Good. Uh, I'm so sorry, guys. It's 9 minutes. I'm trying to. I finally figured out how to add in screen, but it causes me. Hi, Amanda. Um, okay, so now everything should be better. I got out of everything. I'll have to figure this out another time when so my iPad is terrible. Hi Hi, Judy. How are you? Judy's just starting her channel. She's getting everything going. Hi, Nikki. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing? How is everybody? So, took advice from Mona and Donnell on how to add the second camera, but I couldn't do it on my phone because my phone is so clogged up with YouTube stuff. I have to clean it up. There's problems. So, yeah. So how is everybody doing on this Friday? What's the weather like by you guys? It's a beautiful sunny day, but it is very cold. Very, very cold. So there's that. How is everybody? How are you guys doing? How is everybody doing? Is my room look messy? Let me see how this looks messy. It's really not messy. It looks messy, but it's not. So, and I just organized everything. I cleaned up everything. So today I have some paper piecing stuff. If you are really good at paper piecing, or you, oh, she won. Oh, Judy, what did you win? The sun is still asleep at 40 degrees here. Oh, it's early for you, right, Jaja? Thank you for coming. She left a message yesterday that she was going to try and come. Thank you so much for being a member, Andrea. Judy, if no one has told you yet, you won Pastry Queen's second chance drawing and needs to send her an email. So Judy, send Liana an email. Oh, what did you win? Nice. That's awesome. Amanda says she's listening. When WFH. Cold here in Indiana. Yes, it's been cold. It's been cold. All right, so I wanted to start off this morning with asking you guys, what would you have done? So Joe wants to know, what in this situation, what would you have done? Okay, I have a little bit of a thing, and I want to know from each and every one of you, whether you're lurking or not, what you would have done, right? So let me, since I can't do the second camera today, I will show you something. It's 10 o'clock. We got 20 people. All right, so everybody should be locked and loaded and ready to go. So I made a purchase on Amazon. Let's see here. So I'm going to show you something that I purchased. And you all have to tell me, what would you have done? So here, like I said, I wish I had the second camera, but all right. So this is by Fabric Store on Amazon. It is, it says it's 88 by 8 inch pre-cut Christmas fabrics, right? So let me see if I could show you a better picture. All right. All right, so these, if you guys, it's going to be hard to see because of the glare. Hi, Zaza, good morning. All right, so these are the Christmas fabrics. See how pretty, bright they are, and happy, and they really look quite wonderful and pretty. They're supposed to be it says it's 68 by 8 pre-cut pieces, right, of holiday fabric, which is perfect because I wanted them to do for my hi Giovanna, good morning. Hey, Joe. So these are the ones as 60 8x8 pre-cut pieces, right? So this is a Christmas one. I had previously ordered from them before, right? And this here is their it's called their boho boho flowers set. Now these came all pre-cut, right? So I can't show you every little piece, but so there's a lot of like these types of fabrics, like they're the browns, right? Um, let's see here. So I'm just going to show you some basic patterns, right? Anyway, so they're all pre-cut. These were 68 by 8-inch pieces, just some muted browns and peaches and my favorite colors, right? Lots of florals and all different kinds of patterns, right? So this is from the same company. What's up, Joe? Right? So I had ordered the Christmas one. So I had ordered these Christmas fabrics, right? So you see how bright and pretty they look in the picture. I'm sorry, guys. Hi, DJ. Fuzzy Adventures is DJ. I have a video out now of a cat cafe through my workplace. Oh, nice, DJ. Right? So these are the Christmas fabrics. So you might not be able to really appreciate it, but just say like this one, for example. Oh. Right? I'll just share with you a couple of the holiday ones of the, well, they're all holiday, but so like this one here and this one. So when I was reading, I read a lot of reviews. So this doesn't really look as bright and happy as like these cute little gnomes for Donnell. So these fabrics look more like they're almost like they're faded. And it says that these fabrics, I don't know if you guys have ever purchased. Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much for putting his link in there. He's trying to grow his channel. So, there's a lot of these like snowmen and stuff. So I was reading the reviews, and a lot of people said that the fabrics looked dull, right? And people were saying that they accidentally got a panel of the fabrics rather than the pre-cut. So same company, 68-inch squares pre-cut. They're not perfectly pre-cut, but I don't care. I'm not entering a quote contest, right? So whatever. If they're off by like a hair, who cares, right? I work at an animal shelter, an animal hospital now. I've been there for 3 weeks. Oh, nice, DJ. Oh, I love working with the animals. Yeah. Good for you, hon. That's awesome. So, like, see, this fabric in the picture looks so bright and pretty. All right, so this is where you guys tell me what you would have done. They sent me a panel, a big panel that I had to pre-cut these squares rather than the pre-cut. They sent me a giant panel. So I sent them an email and I said to them, I said, why did you send me a panel? There's supposed to be pre-cut. And then they replied like a week later, and it said that that I basically didn't know how to read the description. It's supposed to be a panel. Now I showed my husband the the listing. I said, well, because their other one, they all of their so the next day they changed the description to panel. They took out the word pre-cut and wrote in panel. So I don't know what that is all about, but right. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to pre-cut it and I'm just going to do it because looks like there's a lot of wide salvages. I would not have been happy. No, you're right, Andrea. So that's the other thing. DJ said, oh, thank you, Lori. Lori put your video. Yeah, I really love it. This job's been the best. Oh, nice. I know working with the animals is my favorite thing during the week and getting to visit with them. It is devious, Giovanna. So the very next day, and I showed my husband, he was like, well, that's shady. Especially since I ordered from them before and they were pre-cut. But the absolutely only reason I did not return it, okay, is in the panel, they gave you 30 4x4-inch squares from their other lines. So like they gave this one here, I don't know which lines they are, but so they gave me, now I didn't cut these like, and so I have an extended cutting table and that panel would not have fit on my cutting table. I would rate them low and I did rate them low and made a comment. It came from Amazon from a company called The Fabric Store. I would chalk it up to a lesson learned, but never buy from them again. I would leave a negative review. I did. But the only reason I did not, it's like I said, they gave three different, so I think there's 10 different styles, patterns they have. They have like animals and then they have like florals and all different kinds. So I pre-cut out like this is a part of like their let's see here. They have a botanical type pattern, like where they have all the different flowers, which is so pretty, right? These are pretty. So lovely. These little butterflies are so pretty. So that's the only thing that saved them from getting like a 2-star review. I gave them a 3-star. Thank you, Melanie. Oh yeah, this is the other one with the little flower pots, which I was actually considering getting. So I just thought that was actually kind of nice. They have the children's ones. With the whales in the water. So that's what saved them. Oh, shalom. You never know if you did it on purpose or it was unintentional. So during the holiday season, a lot of their patterns and their their different sets were unavailable for a long time. So I put my name on the list for the Christmas ones. So when it does come available, then I could buy it. So it came up available. So I think what they did was they were trying to keep up with demand. And rather than pre-cutting it because they didn't have time, they just sent out the whole panel and said, here's your order. That's what I personally think. Yes, the herb floral is super cute. Yes, Melanie is so super cute, but that's the only thing that saved them. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, Rita's been a member for 8 months. Yay. Thanks, Rita. I appreciate that. So good morning. Haha, Lori, I can hear you doing it. Lori. Uh um Thank you guys. The fabrics are so super cute, but they're not like the vibrant patterns that they show you online. They're a little dull. Like the I'm thinking that the Christmas fabric's going to be happy. And Shalom said, well, she's hoping that everybody's doing well. Yes, thank you, Shalom. We are doing pretty good so far. That could have happened, but in the reply, they could have. So, yes, Giovanna, that's okay. That's the other thing I wanted to say. Thank you, Giovanna. It's going to be my brain today. So, I wrote back a message saying, all you had to say, instead of telling me I don't know how to read correctly, is say that we were, busy for the holiday season. We were not able to pre-cut, whatever, to keep up with demand. So we just sent the panels out. That's all they had to say. Is the fabric more of a sheen to it, like polyester? No, it's cotton. The fabric itself is good. It's just the colors are not like, I'm thinking that these gnomes should be bright and happy, and it's just dull. They're just dull, like, like I thought these presents would be happy and bright, but it's just the coloring is just dull. Hi, Rita. A very good morning to you. It's early. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. It's 7 o'clock there. It looks like they didn't have enough ink. I know, Shalom, right? So I don't know. But they're telling me that I don't know how to read. And my husband was like, what is that even? What? I said, I don't even know. Maybe sun faded. Yeah, maybe. Gnomes look more like ice cream cones. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I know, right? So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. But the woman told me that I didn't know how to read. You could always add stuff to the face of the gnomes. Yeah, I could. That would be a good idea. I missed in the chat. Good morning, Sherry. Intentionally muted. I don't know. It's like, but she could have just said we couldn't keep up with demand and cut everything. That's all. And she could have offered, and she could have said, thank you so much for your purchase. Melanie said, still cute. You've ordered from before. I'm surprised. I did it take a long time to get it. Are they in the USA? Yes, well, the fabric is made in Turkey. It's a nice fabric. Yeah, but it is a US company. So, yeah. So my FPP So Magical book is out for delivery. Oh, nice, Donnell. Well, Giovanna, the fabrics were $30, and I was willing to pay that money because the fabrics look so cute. I wanted them to use them for this book, right? And I wanted happy, bright colors for my book. Yeah, Shalom. The patterns are beautiful. Yeah, so I don't the fabric's really nice fabric. It's quilting fabric. It's nice, but it doesn't look happy and bright and cheery like my pictures book. But yeah, that's my. I just wanted to know what you guys would have done. Do you return it? I guess I've always made all of my own FB pan. I have never purchased for. Yeah, well, I'm this is the first time I'm doing it, and I have created my own patterns. I'm going to do a video on it. So I did create my own patterns. I'm getting really close to 300 followers now on this channel. Oh, nice. Nice, DJ. Awesome. It is a lot, Giovanna, and that's a lot of money to, I mean, you pay a lot more for pre-cut stuff. You just do. He's going to see about doing his first live stream in the next event that we do. Oh, awesome, DJ. So yeah. So I did make my own. I created my own pattern. So I made this little house, and I just put together my own little wonky houses, just random triangles and rectangles and stuff. So yeah, in this little house, seeing the front door is a door with windows. So I made my own trees, and these little houses. Oh, it doesn't say. I thought it was in the US, but I got it Prime delivery. So I love wonky houses too. Sheila the sleuth. So these cute little, as I was telling Jim and everybody on Discord yesterday, I made my own little houses. So these I've made before. These are just basic houses. There's only 4 pieces in each house, right? It's just very basic. So you turn it down so you guys can see it, right? And this, I've showed you guys these before because I made this table runner, this long table runner over the summer out of these just these basic houses. So they're lots of fun to make. If you want to go and get free shapes, I went to this website. It's called ESL Vault, VAULT.com. And they have all like coloring books and different triangles and different ones. You can make your own templates and practice, right? So this is very cute, great for Easter. Yeah, so that's why I actually made this. So look at all the, I mean, you can use some cute little fabric patterns for these houses, and it's fully quilted. So yeah, I made this for my family room. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah. So that's these guys. So that's my own, just my own little house pattern. So what I did was, I just, the last year I did several videos on how to create your own templates to make these trees and houses. So these are traditionally pieced. I have the videos, they're in my holiday playlist, all different types of trees and houses, right? So if you want to make these traditionally pieced, make your own little houses and trees, you could look at my playlist. It's very cheery. Thank you, Sheila. So and I have already created templates for my trees, like squares and triangles to make everything already. So I sat on the couch the other day with just a tray and make my own little houses. So these are just I just hand drew them. Just random houses, just basic shapes, and I numbered them. So these are going to be in 2 sections. Will be the first section and section number 2. Just random little houses, right? Different shapes. And then I went to my Cricut and I printed some different houses out. So, and then some little trees. Hi, Laura. Good morning. Joe needs applique small bunny. Yes, I do. Thank you, Giovanni. She's a beautiful table runner. Sheila is a private investigator. Yes. Good morning, Laura. Um, so yeah, and I just so all of these practice sheets, I did a video on my Monday's video was doing a practice block. So if you are an expert paper piecer or you hate paper piecing, I'm sorry. You're probably going to be like, oh, goodness, Joe's doing this again. So yeah, just a whole bunch of different blocks. I did a complex block, just basic ones, just practice. The back's, you could tell the back is just very basic. I just randomly drew lines and then, you know. Did you guys see my curtain video? My new Christmas curtains or winter curtains? That was pretty fun. So yeah, this is just basic. And you guys already saw all the blocks that I did. So today, last week we did the snowman. Mrs. Claus, so cute. So today I thought we can do another penguin. How adorable. So today is Mr. Penguin's big day. Now I'm not a buyer of books or patterns or templates. I'm not a buyer. If I could create my own. Liana needs to talk to you about your winning. Yeah, okay, I'm Judy. Okay, so yeah, these are so easy to make. These are just a basic, and then you guys know how to quilt. So it's a nice project. All right, so today we are going to make Mr. Penguin. So for those of you guys who bought the book, I think there's 5 of us that bought the book. Loretta and Laura and Michelle. Oh, Judy sent her an email. Okay. Hi, Delia. So today, I put the book away, right? Is that smart? Today is this guy. And now these are basic blocks. Well, the basic blocks in this book. I haven't, actually I did the complex block. The birdhouse was a complex block where, see, these aren't broken up into segments. It's just one block. But the complex blocks are broken into sections, like an A, B, C, or D. Like if you go to Amazon, let's see. The tree. The tree says it's a complex block. Here. It only has an A and a B. But the tree was pretty easy. Not easy, but I'm not going to say easy because I'm still learning. But it was, the name of the book is Sew Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And Delia, I bought the book because Mrs. Claus I can't get over how cute she is. Just subscribe to you, Judy. Oh, I subscribed to you too, Judy. Last week. Judy's getting her channel up and running, and Giovanna ordered a book and it never arrived. Which book did you order? So, yeah. So this only has 14 pieces in it. So I just put together, it's very easy to create your own blocks, just to make up your own. Hi, Terry. I was just thinking about you. Lisa's lurking. Can someone please do my work for me? Yes. Lisa, I worked in sales and marketing for 17 years, and I'll tell you, I do not envy you. No. No. I was just thinking about, Terry, what you said about the big pieces, and I tried doing the big pieces. I couldn't. So, all right, so hopefully next week I'll get this second camera thing figured out, because I tried to use my iPad, and the iPad is just, the screen on my iPad is this big. I figured if I could use my phone, it would be easier, but my phone, the email wasn't updating, and I couldn't get the email I was supposed to send to myself. All right, so this is Mr. Penguin. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold along each one of the lines, forward and backwards. And I don't want to keep you guys really, really a long time, because especially if you know how to do this, you want to pull your hair out and say, Joe, my goodness gracious, what is going on? All right, so I'm folding each line. Each and every line. And I showed you guys my little folding trick for the back, where I marked the back. So this way I have all my lines. I should have done this ahead of time. So again, if you are really good at FPP or you do not like it, sorry. This is just stuff that I've been working on. Let's see. So the folding is very important, because that is going to be, and now I'm a beginner. This is the first time I'm doing this book. I'm not an expert. This is just, right? This is just stuff that helps me. Fold, fold, fold. And then it's very sunny here. We've had sun for the last couple of days, which have been nice. But we really since Thanksgiving, we really haven't had a lot of sun. It's been it's supposed to be getting an Arctic blast here in the Northeast. Did you guys hear Florida is supposed to get snow? Hi, Kelly. Florida is supposed to get snow, but it can't. It's going to snow in Florida, but not the Northeast. So I don't know what that's all about. All right, so I folded every piece, right? So I showed you guys with the snowman, when I fold each one, I put a pencil marker along each fold. This way I will have a guide on the other side too, right? So that was very, very helpful. Very. So as I fold, as I'm folding here, I'm just going to mark along the fold, just with pencil. Fold. I'm not going to do it for each one, but I just want to share with you guys just the trick, because it's just a lot easier to do that. As I'm folding, I'm just marking along the fold. And it helps a lot, because when you get to the other side and you flip it over, you're not like so blind. I am just going to have my coffee, just waking up. Oh, Terry's waking up. Awesome. Lurking while WFH. They might have to fold Florida up. You know how many iguanas are going to be on the ground? We can't get any snow here in the Northeast, but it's going to snow in the South. The sun is not quite up yet for the next few days. Frosty Valley's sunny. Oh, that's what Kelly said. 47 in Fort Myers with a high in the 60s. Ooh, right? All right, so I have pre-picked out my fabric for my guy. This is my guy. He's adorable. Working from home. Oh, that's right. I knew that, Lisa. I knew that. I did. All right, so the very first piece, number one, is this part here, right? So it is a white piece. It is his body. Calling for snow in southern Georgia, none for me in North Georgia. Oh, no. Well, been here lurking, hard to type right now. It's okay. It's all good. All right, so piece number one is here. So remember, the very first piece that you use, the very, very first piece that you put on the back of your paper is wrong side to wrong side. The wrong side is the blank side, right? And I can ask me how many times this is Band-Aids on my heart holding it together. Ah, we love you, Terry. So the very first piece on the back is going to be wrong. How many? I must have ripped out a dozen of these pieces because I put everything is right side together, right? Wrong side to wrong side, number one. If I showed you the garbage can full of ripped up scrap paper, right? But the very first piece you put down on the back side of your pattern or your template, whatever. Yeah, we do understand you, Terry. I know. We love you, Terry. Let's see the garbage can. Oh my God, Terry, I because it's right sides together, happy, hoo. No, it's not. It's not. So the very first piece is wrong side to wrong side, and every piece after that is right sides together. So once you get over the number one, Shalom's got shoulders to cry on. Right? Okay. So here, God, I wish this camera, the second camera, I would have figured it out today. So this is piece number one here on the back. So for piece number one here, follow the fold is my motto. Follow the fold. Okay. So I have plenty of fabric to cover piece number one. It's a big, the little piece here, and they say to use up to 9 by 11 pieces of fabric. They should print that on the number one piece. Print that on the number one piece. Yes. Yeah. Terry's right. Terry knows. Terry's going to help guide us. Closing chat because I really do have a lot of work to do. Bye, Lisa. Okay. So if you marked the folds along the back, you'd have the guidelines here. I didn't mark this one because I didn't want to keep you guys forever. All right. So number one is here. We're going to fold. So number one and number two, this is piece number two right here. So we're going to put our fabric on the back along here, wrong side for piece number 1, right? So we're going to put it along, and there's plenty of fabric, right? So piece for our second fabric, which one is that? That's black. So this is a black piece of fabric. So I'm going to put along the back, right sides together, our next piece. So from here on in, it's all right sides together. All right. So on the back here, following our fold that we did, you can see we have plenty of fabric to cover this whole area. The pieces are small, right? So I'm just going to clip here, and I'm going to sew, because we are putting pieces 1 and 2 together, right? These 2 pieces, we're going to sew in between 1 and 2, right? And I apologize for you guys, this camera thing. I followed Donnell and Mona's advice. I did what they said, but I accidentally kicked myself out. I exited out of it. All right. And you're going to stitch a few stitches before and after, because then your next stitch your next piece, they'll connect. Joe, mark the lines we want to see. I showed you guys last week how I did everything when I did the snowman, and I'm at 51 minutes already, so I can't mark everything. I did everything for the snowman. Sorry, Divana. Using the fold works great when Sis and I were doing the gemstone block folded. Yes. Okay. So as you can see, there is plenty of fabric in the back here to just cover these 2 pieces right here, 1 and 2. So piece number 3 is here. So now we're going to, on the other side, put our piece number 3 along this fold between 1 and 2, right along here. So our piece needs to be big enough to cover this and fold over. And now right sides together. All right. Sorry, Giovanna, but I did it last week and it took me 1 hour and 45 minutes. You were doing so amazing. So proud of you, Vintage. Oh, thank you, Donna. I'm a beginner, so I'm just showing you what I know. I am not an expert, but thank you. So this is where I appreciate your love, you guys. All right, so a little glue in the area that you're going to use helps your fabric from doing the old flappy flap all over the place. All right. So this is just Aleene's basting glue. It's just a glue stick. I love it. Oh, these really should be pressed, but I don't have my iron on because I have a I fold all my lines before I get started doing any FPP. So it's already, yes, I fold everything. I usually fold everything back and front too. Like just fold, follow the fold. Okay, so piece number, I'm sorry if I'm boring you guys, if you guys already know. Yeah, this is piece number 3. So we will have had his body, right? And one part of his, the white part of his body and one piece of his black part of his body. All right. And they recommend to use bigger pieces. Right. So this piece is a lot bigger. Okay. So 1 and 2. Oh, so piece number 3 is this white piece here. So I'm going to right sides together. I'm going to put my fabric right along here on the back side. So I'm going to follow my fold. But I am going to trim some of this here so it doesn't turn into a hairy-carry mess. All right. So fold number 3. Fold number 3 here. So now that I have my fabric folded, I know that I'm going to do this. I'm going to clip this here. And I use the most giant piece. I'm going to clip that so it doesn't flap all over the place. All right. Piece number 3. I'm no expert. This is just me doing me. Now, this is my first book. Not boring. I enjoy watching. Can always learn something new. Great job, Joe. My refresher is great. Thanks, Kelly. All right. So flipping it over, since we're joining piece 1 and 2 to piece 3, we are going to sew in between one section that has 1 and 2 and 3. So we're always going to be joining and moving around to the numbers. So this is going to be piece 3 that we're sewing. Sewing on the right side. I was going to make his nose red, but I changed it to a black one because the fabric that I chose, I was not really like in love with, because I had this, I picked this little swirling fabric for his nose. Then I have polka dots for his hat and then plaid. And I was like, there's way too much going on. All right. So now I am folding over. So now you can see his body, everything coming along. So what they say in the book to do is after each time you make a stitch, fold along where the serrated area where you just stitched, fold it over. Fold it over and then trim, leaving a 1/4 inch here to reduce your bulk. So I'm going to trim all this extra stuff here just to trim it. So they recommend to use really big, giant pieces. And I know a couple of you guys are going to wind up with a lot of leader ender pieces, these tiny pieces. Oh, hi, Cheryl. How are you? So, do you see what's going on here? Thank you, Lori. Yeah, you're going to wind up with a bucket full of leader and ender pieces. All right, so we have trimmed here. The excess is about a 1/4 inch here. Okay. And now I'm going to flip this over, flip this back over here. And you can see already his body, right, coming along. All right. Time for some glue because this is doing flippity flapping. All right. Let's see. Let me show you. It would be easier to show you his body pieces on this book here. Let me just flip this. All right, so piece number 4 is this piece up here above his body, of the white part of his body is here. So we did 1, 2, and 3. We did his nose and the white part of his body. Now we're moving up to here by his eyes, and then this will probably be 6 here. Right, so this is how it's going to be. It's going to look. All right, so piece number. How cute! I didn't put the buttons for the eyes on yet, but all All right, so piece number 4 is a black piece. Let's flip it over. So here I am going to trim. I'm going to trim some of this up because it's going to be another leader ender piece. There you go. Piece number 4. All right, so it's going to go. Let's see here. All right, so this is going to be 4, 5, 6, and 7, and that'll cover his whole body. And this is a basic, what they call basic block. All right, so I did use pretty big pieces, but I didn't use 9 by 11 pieces. No, sir. No, ma'am. Because when I tried to do the bigger pieces, they were just, it was hard. I was just going to say, where is the glue? Bye, Kelly. So, yeah. All right, so we're going to follow the fold for piece number 4 here. All right, so following the fold, it's just a thing that I kept saying in my mind when I was learning. Follow the fold here. I can see the fold. So now as you go along and you're sewing, you really don't need the guide for the back because you can follow the fold and you can follow your most recent pieces that you added. All right, so this is a pretty big piece for just a small spot. So number 4. And I always double check that when I do my fold, I have about a 1/2 inch here, so you can see that here's the fold and here's my extra fabric. And there's plenty along the sides too. So I'm going to do some clippy clip. And I'm going to flip it over to the side here. Let's do a little more glue because you don't want these pieces to get stuck. Ask me how I know. Do you sew these pieces, flip over, and you accidentally sew like all the other pieces together? Yeah, that's fun. It's fun. I'm going to sew along line 4 because now we have section with the 1 and 2, 1 and 2 here, and then 3 and 4 is going to go and be connected to number 3. So we're going to sew in between 3 and 4. Laura, I hope you're going to enjoy your book. And again, we're going to sew a couple stitches beyond. Let's make sure we have everything correct. We are good. Yes, we're good. So now that this area that we just sewn, the book recommends to, I'm just telling you what the book said, to fold over where you had just sewn and get rid of any excess fabric here minus a 1/4 inch. So we can trim this all up. And you'll see if you use real big pieces, I'm going to fold back over, fold this over, give some glue. And I am going to trim little bit of this here. You could just trim along because you know you have plenty of fabric to it was a waste of fabric using large pieces. Yes. I can't use like they say I can't use a 9 by 11 piece of fabric for little. I tried to because a couple of you guys recommended it, but it was for me I just couldn't. It was hard. Hi Laura, she's lurking. Yes, it does help. It helps a lot. All right, so piece number 5 is this piece here right by his eye. So we have another black piece to add for that. Piece number 5. All right, let's do our fold. We're folding. I mean, I fold this paper to like crazy. Okay, so we have another black piece for this. Let's see. We clearly have plenty of fabric. All right, number 5. All right, so now this is where my fold is. Right sides together, and there's still all this fabric here we still have to trim off. I'm just going to leave it for now. Plenty of room here, plenty of fabric here. I'm just going to clip. So now this is just the basics. You know, once you get over the very first piece of wrong sides to wrong side, which was an evil thing. Now, that was hard. I was doubting myself for a second there. It'd help if I put my light on. Okay, there's my stitch. And now I'm going to fold where I just stitched on number 5. And you can see how much extra fabric you wind up having as you go along. But as you do each stitch, it gives you the opportunity to trim all of this off. I'm just going to trim. It says leave a 1/4 inch. Joe, you really got your rhythm with the process. You think so? Definitely a waste when you only need maybe 2-inch piece. Yeah, so I don't know, Delia, because the book, so when you go online and you read the book on Amazon, it tells you to use a 9 by 11 piece. And the nose is this big. And then I tried what Terry said, and then a couple other people said the same thing, but it was, I have a scrap phobia. It's like I love scraps, but it was giving me like it was giving me like heart palpitations. Oh, thank you guys. You guys think so? I'm trying. This, like I said, this is my first book, and I just figured I would just share basic stuff. Look, his face is coming along. Woohoo! So we have 2 more pieces for the black part of his body. And these fabrics were all gifted to me that you see today by, except for the top of the hat, by Jessica from Sewing on the Bluff. Yeah, she had sent me a nice, big, giant, huge pile of scraps. All right, so I made his nose black, like I said, instead of red, because there were too many different things, and that's okay. I've done FPP where the finished piece is a 1/4 inch square. Imagine using a big piece. Yes, but if you read the book online, it says to use 9 by 11 pieces up to. I thought, oh my God, can I do that? Am I going to give myself a Stroke. So I did I tried it for the candy cane, and boy, I'm going to tell you, sheesh. All right. So pieces 6 and 7, we're in the home stretch. Pieces 6 and 7 are the two end pieces here. And we are good. I need another black piece. And then I created my own templates that I cut out from, I'm going to do it a video. I used my Cricut machine and I printed out some stuff, and I made my own templates, like broke up my own segments. All right, piece number 6, we are folding. And if you guys want to see some good FPP, go back and watch Donnell's videos. She has on her live streams where she did her gnomes. Just take your time. Remember, you don't need a yard of fabric for a piece. Yes, Delia. That's why I couldn't imagine, like, when they were doing the if you go on Amazon and you read, they have the reindeer. They do example of the reindeer. And if you see the I have to show you, and I couldn't imagine, but they do it in the book online. I have to, you guys are going to be like, what? Where? Sorry, friends, I'm only annoying on Friday. I'll be better tomorrow. See, can you imagine, like, say for the reindeer's antlers, using giant pieces? This is the one they use as the example online, right? I would be like, no, I don't think I could do. I don't. No. Those pieces are. Thanks, Lori. Now this is the beginner version. This is basic. All right. So number 6 here, we're going to do the side. I have folded this one particular piece like crazy. All right. This is my fold. Plenty of fabric. So over the fold is, I use a 1/2 inch. They say use a 1/4, but if you can always trim it anyway. Okay. As you can see here, there's plenty. Here's my fold, and I have plenty of fabric here, and there's plenty of fabric to cover this side here. All right, do a clip. Oops. So on the right side, we are going to stitch down number 6 here, right along between pieces 3 and 5. So between pieces 3 and 5, we're going to put number 6. I'm sorry, I don't want to keep you guys too long. All right. And again, sew past, to sew past at least 2 or 3 stitches, because your next piece is going to have to connect to it. Okay. Here, where I just stitched, I folded over literally right where I stitched. And this flappy pieces, we're going to give a little trim. And you can see you keep the pieces bigger, or a little bigger, because as you go along, you're eventually just, everything's going to get trimmed. But like keeping the pieces more manageable in size. I have a hard time cutting when I'm sitting. I'm a spaz today. You guys see me? Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So we have trimmed. See, we have a nice 1/4 inch here now that we've trimmed up. So we're not going to have a lot of that flappy pulp. So I'm going to flip that piece back over. Flip this over. You can see how he's coming along so nicely. We're going to do some glue bobbing over here. Not a lot. I don't have my iron on, like I said. When you have a kitten that likes to be a ninja, he just jumps up all over the place. All right. All right. Piece number 7 is going to be connected to pieces 1 and 4. So this will finish his whole body. He's adorable. I actually did. I did that. I made that. Can you guys believe that? I actually made that myself. I was very impressed. I couldn't believe I did it. All right, so let's use. Oh, why do you? Now this is a big piece. Ay, ay, ay. You should use a ruler to cut. Yeah, I know. For video, for these, I used a ruler. But for video, I am time. Hi, Jessica. Good morning. You should use a ruler. Yeah, I know. You're right, Giovanna. When you're right, you're right. All right, what was I saying? Oh, okay, good. Glad you're having fun. So number 7 is this big giant piece because let's see. All right, fold, 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 fold. This is my fold here. Plenty of fabric. I'm going to use about a 1/2 inch here. And then when I fold, you can see there is plenty of fabric here. So clip. Flip over, sew on the right side. So once you start getting all these fabrics on here, like you're moving along, when you flip it over to put it on your machine, glue, clip, pin. Do anything necessary to keep it from flapping, so you're not sewing the piece before and it's all folded and you have to pick it out, because God knows, you guys know how many times I must have done that. Welcome back, Miss Flora. Okay, so again, now this looks like it's a long time, but once you get into a rhythm and you do, like, you sew and fold and trim, you sew, you fold and trim. This part is just like, so it comes together. So I mean, you got Delia will tell you, Terry, Donnell will tell you, this process comes by. I'm not using a ruler. I'm not using a ruler, Giovanna. My floor over here is a hot mess. Okay. So is this a 1/4 inch here? This side, this looks like I'm using a ruler, Giovanna. This ruler here has 1/4 inch marks on both sides. So this ruler is handy. I love this ruler for FPP. See, Giovanna, I was almost right. I was off by that much. I eyeballed it. Thank you. It's sometimes frustrating, but I know it's what I need and want to do. We love you guys. It is a messy but so precise. So this is the reason I started doing this, because the woman, Mary Hertel, who created this book, and she has other books too. I think Yo Patty was telling me the different books. But her motto is, if you can sew on a straight line, then you can FPP. And I said, I can sew on a straight line. I just made an entire blanket stitch applique quilt, snowman quilt. I can sew on a straight line. I know it. All right, so we just showed you the 1/4 inch. We're going to do some glue. So this is going to be quite a big piece here. Where did you get that green? Oh, this ruler? I got this on Amazon. So I got on Amazon, I forgot the name of the company, but each one of the rulers has the 1/4 inch guide. So this is the 4-inch ruler. This is the 2 by 12 inch ruler. And it came with the 6-inch, the 3-inch, and the 2 by 12. And each one of them have this amazing 1/4 inch here, which is wonderful and very vibrant. So if you're interested, I can look it up and then I can give you the name. And yes, the 1/4 inch is very helpful. So I either, for the 1/4 inch, I usually just use these two. Am I a fossil? Am I like a dinosaur? I still use this? Don't answer that question, because okay. So, all right. So now we are off to the brim of his hat. Woo! Yay! I have rulers. You do have rulers like that? All right, Melanie, I'll let you know on Discord, because they are amazing. And especially if you're doing like this kind of project where you need to reduce the bulk. Yeah. I sew wonky as well. Yeah. All right, so number 8, piece number 8 here. The brim of his hat. I'm using this red and white polka dot. That's why I made his nose black. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We have to follow the original. As you can see, I'm going to use a 1/2 inch just because I don't want to be a spaz. Here's my crease. Do some clipping. I don't need to clip this. Flip it over to the right side, and we're going to sew in between his body and number 8, this whole big brim. Again, we are going to sew a few stitches before. I don't back stitch. I don't know. Are you supposed to back stitch during FPP? I don't think so. I don't know. But I can sew on a line, which makes my now if I were to piece these, they would be not, they wouldn't, they probably would not. I did not sew on the right line. Oh, but that's okay, because we already trimmed that. All right, so between between the body and the brim of the hat, See that? When you're on a live stream, you don't want to keep everybody too long. Okay. But I am not going to trim all of that. Now Giovanna's got me thinking. See, Giovanna, you've got in my head. You've got in my head. Okay. Oh, there is our 1/4 inch. Flip this over. Flip that back over. Had the brim of his hat. Yes, there's a lot of fabric. We will trim. Now I have to, you know what? Let me trim this because I sewn down the wrong part. That's not even going to matter because we're going to cover it anyway. And I'm not going to pick this out on a live stream. All right. Yay. All right. You know what I do need? I don't know why I didn't think to use this before, but I use it a lot. You will love, I'm missing you guys. Aw, sorry, Delia. Year and then a month apart from his. Oh, Delia, can I give you a hug? Like a big virtual hug, like a big one. I'm giving you a hug. Big hug and love. She bought Fallon's ruler for FPP. I haven't used them, but yet love all of her other rulers. So then that's going to come in super handy, Laura. You will love them, Laura. I also have the 1/4 inch rulers as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they have other rulers, but these aren't. I absolutely love this slide off for cutting yardage. Ooh. Yes, big hug to you, Delia. Big love and hugs. I'm a hugger. I'm sorry. That's what I do. All right, friends, we are almost done, right? So 9 is the top part of his hat. And I picked fabric from the fabric I was telling you about from those dummy people. I never bought Fallon. I don't know who Fallon is. I'm a hugger. It's the Italian, right? And the Cuban. That's what I do. I hug everybody. And you're gonna have to like it. If you're not a hugger, you're gonna have to like it. If you meet Joe, you're gonna get in a hug. So this is the one of the fabrics I told you from the Turkish fabric. Now I thought in the picture that the fabric, this plaid, looks so pretty and happy. I love Christmas plaid, winter plaid, love it. But this is like a little bland. But you know what? We're going to use it anyway. All right, so I'm doing my fold. Plenty of fabric for the hat. So right here is the fold. Right down here. Right sides together. Half an inch. I'm doing a half an inch because I'm a newbie and I'm not really the biggest quilter. I'm a hugger too. I got COVID at the church because give over your hugs. Oh, Andrea. You know what? I always say I'm a hugging no one, and I am the first to open my arms and give a hug. See? You, Terry. Terry, you're such a sweetheart. You're a hug. I can tell you're a hugger. All right, friends. We're gonna follow the same process. We're sewing between 8 and 9. Home stretch, we're sewing between 8 and 9. Then it's just, after this, it's just the background. And I did not add any buttons or any pom-poms or anything because I don't know what I'm using these blocks for. Right? You certainly, if it's a wall hanging or like a table runner, sure. But all right. I'm folding where I had just sewn. Trim off all of this extra stuff. Giovanna, I'm going to use my ruler. Ooh. All right. And this is a good scrappy piece to use. This is not really like that. A lot of the pieces that I've used in here. All right, so we're going to flip back, flip back. Do some gluey gluey. Oh, yay, background. We're going to hit the background. That's right. All right. So that was piece 9. 10 and 11 are these little tiny background pieces. And this is 12. So this will finish this whole section here. And then the last 2 pieces are just these 2 pieces of background. So it'll be 13 and 14. Background. Oh, she's not going to be disappointed. I don't know. These are just, and these are cheapy rulers. They're not a name brand. They're not like Ami Grid or anything. I think I got a set of 5 rulers for like $10. And who cares? As long as it has the 1/4 inch and it has, and you can read the numbers real good. I am good with that. All right. So we are almost done. All right, so 10 and 11. Now these are tiny, tiny pieces. So these are very small pieces. And I picked some snowflakes for the background. I hate when you like see people or something. Just some little snowflake fabric. All right, so these are the long pieces. So this might be taking a while, but you know what? When you're doing this process, it comes together so, these come together, this probably took me about 20 minutes to make this originally. All right, following my folds here. Flip over and stitch between 9 and 10. So if you guys remember last week, the snowman took like no time at all. A couple of stitches after, I'm going to flip where I just sewn, trim all of this gobbledygook off over here. Use my ruler. After a while, when you sew or you do a project, you can just eyeball things more or less, right? And this is not like a perfect project because it's going to look great because you're just sewing online, so your points are on point. Yay. Oh, you think I'm a great teacher, Giovanna? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm just sharing with you what I know and how I do it. So this tiny little piece has this whole big piece of fabric. That's why when the lady was like, use 9 by 11 pieces, I thought, oh my goodness gracious, how could I do that? It was like 9 by 11. I was like, oh, I don't think so. I'm just trimming this flappy flap. Look at all the leader and enders I just got from one block. Sheesh. All right, so 11. 11 is over here. Look at us. We are kicking buttocks. Right, guys? We are moving and grooving along. I got this cute little fat quarter from Lynn at Soft Squares. It was free. She gave, I don't know what the reason was, but she gave 4 free fat quarters. I don't know if it was a contest or something, but I was surprised. I got 4 free, and they're Riley Blake fat quarters. So they were really nice, pretty, right? I guess you call these low volume. I don't know. And I'm not even, I didn't even measure. So we're off to piece number 11. All I know is the piece I just cut is way bigger than that. We are off to right sides together. Oh no, the sound judge, gosh darn it. That's not good. All right. We are folding and folding. So I'm going to do a video on how to create your own FPP templates, different ways. So on Monday, this past Monday's video was showing you how to create your own practice template. Because by golly, if I could create my own templates, I have a Cricut machine, and you don't have to, like I showed you, you could just print out, you can just Google whatever, and you can get like anything free patterns or whatever. All right, we're going to sew on number 11. You can get, there's a website, templates.com. You can also go to your local library. They have coloring books for kids. You can get like practice templates. Okay. Ooh, look at all this stuff we're cutting. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff to cut, right? So basically the rhythm after the first couple of pieces is fold, sew, and trim. Fold, sew, and trim. Yeah, fold, sew, and trim. I can't cut sitting down. I see people cutting while they're sitting down. I'm a spaz. Oh, it's a selvage. Selvage is just so hard to cut. Okay. Flip over, and then, oh no, I cut. Look, I cut my piece. I cut my piece, guys. Oh no, we're going to have to accidentally cut my piece. So you know what we're going to have to do? For live video stream purposes, we're going to sew it down, and we're going to move on. I don't want to keep you guys too long. That's why I'm just trying to. There, it'll look like it's pieced. I am with you, Joe. I cut. I can't cut. So just don't look. I just pieced this part here. I can always, this is a top piece here. This is like along the outside. So I will be able to go back and fix it and unpick it because it'll only be this piece and then this piece. So I'd only be picking out the side and this side. So I'm okay with that. If it was like in the center, I'd be like, oh my God, how horrible. All right. All right, friends. The two ends. We are done. Yay. Don't try that at home, ladies and gents. All right. So number 13 is here. It only happens on a live stream. That has never happened to me before. I did nine blocks and 9 regular of the blocks from the book and 20 practice blocks, and that has never happened. I know you guys have a gazillion other things to do. Oh, almost didn't have enough there. Okay, flip here to flip over and sew. So awesome. So I showed you got a really great. Hi, Ruby. You're almost done, Miss Ruby. How are you doing today? Always wild a lot. Oh, hi, Teresa. How are you? Hi, Teresa. Yeah, but I went through this. I did this whole block and no problem. Yeah, and I didn't even have any problems when I was doing any of the practice blocks either. Yeah, so this came along pretty fast and smooth and easy, right? If you guys are doing this at home, not too bad. So if anybody does FPP, what do you guys think? Is this okay? I think I'm trying my best. I don't know. All right. Giant piece left over. So all we have left to do right now is add our final piece on the border, number 14. And the thing I love about FPP, never did it before, is my lines are straight. My lines are straight. They look great. I love, because now if I were to piece this like regular traditional piecing, I bet my block probably would not even look remotely close. There would be 1/4 inch mishaps. None of the lines would line up. Last piece, guys. You know what, Teresa? This whole entire block came along. It has come along so fast and easy. I had no problems. Did the whole thing, no problems until that one little part there. Oh, let me trim this up. All right, so now we can. It happened when I was doing my my trimming. But yeah. Teresa was doing FPP too for a quilt that she's working on. So beautiful. Everything looks so beautiful, Teresa. All right. Beep, beep. So now it's just trim. I'm going to glue and then just trim it. Yeah, that's a piece that's on. Thank God it's on the outside because I could always just pick that one side and be good. So yay! It looks like there's not enough fabric here on this side, but that is just the extra part from when I printed it. So when I trim this up, it'll be fine. Yay! Ah. Sorry, guys, I'll asleep. Here's a free simple block from Legit Kits to get you started. Oh, awesome. I can't wait to show you all what that quilt looks like when it's done. Oh, yay, Teresa. That's so awesome. All right. Ah, my leg fell asleep. It is so windy and cold. It's been like see what happens is you have like all of this extra fabric. I cannot sit and cut. I don't know if it's like Giovanna said the same thing. All right, so turns out so cute. This actually, like I said, comes along super fast, super fast. Yay! I made his nose black, like I said, but let's see. I'm going to add pick out some buttons. Oh, the buttons are here. Giovanna, I'm surprised your little boyfriend hasn't come to see me yet. I don't know where the other button is, but let's see. Goodness, you guys hear that wind? All right, let's try some of these wood buttons. They're really adorable. I got these little wooden buttons at the Dollar Tree. They're so cute. Let's see. Oh, the wooden ones look so adorable. Yeah, like I said, I'm not this is what it looks like. Can't show you without the buttons. Let's see here. Yeah, so they would be right there, cute. I did not add them. So, I mean, I don't know, like, do you know, like, if I'm going to use them in a blanket or something, right? So like I said, like with this one, I didn't add anything yet. So yeah. Oh, let's see. That is so freaking adorable. Yeah. So they just turn out so cute, right? So they don't take, they really, good to know it is free. It's a free option. A ton of mother of pearl buttons. Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Teresa. So yeah, this is the first one. This is this one. And let's see. So I have cut out already. This was our snowman from last week, right? And then Mr. and Mrs. Claus. I didn't put their faces on yet. Actually, you know what I could do? I have my fabric marks in here. My heat erase pen, so you can maybe see it better. The heat erase marker, you can see her face is a little cuter. This light is annoying. Isn't she adorable? So here's her glasses. And her glasses need to be hand embroidered. So I'm not at that part yet. But and Santa Claus and stuff. I had a little boo-boo with I showed you guys last week, the birdhouse. But and the complex block was this tree. The one they have the wonky trees. And yeah, so they come along really cute. She is adorable, right, Giovanna? Oh, I have lots of mother of pearl buttons. I had gotten one at an estate sale a few years ago. So you guys can go ahead and just random shapes, make your own little FPP. Like, so the back here is just, I mean, you can do these basic houses. You could practice with these basic houses. There's only 4 pieces in each one of these little houses, right? And there you can use up scrap fabric, get some practice. You can create your own, right? Just if you want to practice making your houses, you can just cut up, like I showed you guys for anyone who's new, cut up some basic triangles or rectangles, right? Make your own little random houses and just give yourself some practice time, or just make some practice blocks, right? So I made like 20 blocks, and then I just like, I just drew my own pattern, like just basic, and just practice. So see how basic is that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I just did lines and just followed my own lines. So it's just nothing special about it. Bye, Delia. So just make your own, just practice with your own pieces. So Laura, when you get your practice, and do some practice house blocks before you get your book. It's a book, Teresa. It's called Sew Me a Merry Little Christmas. And there's so Teresa, in this book there are 16 blocks. And there are 8 projects. So like here there is a tree skirt, a stocking, placemats, table runners, table toppers, oven mitts, and a bag. You're starting to get sleep? I want to make those blocks and make them into Christmas stockings for the. Oh yes, that's a good idea, Laura. Yeah. So, and this is my very first FPP, Teresa. This is I did the snowman quilt. I spent 6 months doing blanket stitch appliquing snowmen. So I just needed. Hi, Melissa. I just needed a break, and I wanted to try something new. So before I even got the book, I read the whole book on Amazon, and I did a ton of practice blocks just to get to the point to where I could make them. So I had a lot of practice beforehand. So yeah, but these come along so, and look how basic these blocks are to practice with. 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3, like just basic, bare bone basics. Oh, look, I got a little brave. I did a triangle. And then just basic, just practice. So yeah, and that's it. But once you get into the rhythm of what did I say? Fold, sew, and trim. Fold, sew, and trim. Once you got into like a rhythm with them, they come together so really good. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Practice makes perfect. Good idea. Yes, thank you, Ruby. So these are great little blocks. Like I said, I didn't add any eyes or nose or anything to any of them because you might use them in a quilt. So you never know. That's why I didn't do anything. That's why their faces are all blank. Yes, I do enjoy it. I enjoy it very much. I find it, you know what, Teresa, I enjoy the most? Oh, thanks, Joe. My point, everything lines up. My points and everything is straight. That's what I like. That's why, because the the creator of the book says if you can sew on a straight line, you can do FPP. And I said, yes. Look, these are they're perfectly straight and lined up and all matched up. And now if I were to piece this myself, traditional piecing, I don't think my penguin would look that great, but it looks perfect. I love it. Be blessed with stress and pet some fabric today. I actually, Andrea, I was petting fabric this morning. Yeah, I was petting fabric because I was picking out fabric for my stuff today. All right, guys. My latest video just went online. If anyone wants to view it tomorrow, we start assembling the quilt. Oh, yes. Go check out Andrea. Yes. Big hug to Andrea, too. She's been going through a whole lot of stuff. So big hug. So I hope this was fun and you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, this doesn't take, they don't take, once you get the rhythm, they don't take long at all. You saw how fast and easy we just sewed and folded and trimmed. So, but thank you guys so much. And I hope you have a great weekend. I think Mona is going to be on at 1 o'clock today, Eastern time. And then Deb will be on at 3 o'clock Eastern time. And I think Donna and Andrea are on 7 o'clock and then 8 o'clock Eastern time. So thank you, Andrea, very much. Thank you, guys. So this is just beginner version of how to do this. So as I get better, I can't find the book. Oh, you can't find the Merry Little Christmas? It's by Mary Hertel. Yeah. Look how cute that little penguin stocking is. Look how cute that is, right? So there are 8 fun projects like the placemats and table runners and stuff a lot of us have done before. But can you put the link? Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can put it in here. Let me see if I could put this in here. I don't know if it'll let me go into my own. Sometimes it doesn't let me go into my own live stream. Well, I'm going to put it in. Are you doing the Sorcerer's Red challenge this month? As soon as I finish the Valor doing that, I will be filming Red Quill for that challenge. Oh, really? Oh, you got it? Terry put it in there. Thank you, Terry, because if I try to link it now, it's going to kick me out of the StreamYard. Okay, good. Thanks, Deb. So Deb will be on today at 3 p.m. Like I said, Mona 1, Donna at 7, and so Becca, I think, at 8. So thank you so much, Terry. Yeah. So these are great practice blocks. They are these, and you can make so many different projects using these. So you can make whole quilts. They have a quilt. If you look on Amazon, they have a quilt with all these blocks in it too. So they have lots of different options. So yeah. So thanks, guys, so much. I hope it helped you. Sorry, I am so sorry to keep. I've never done a live stream this long. I am so sorry. I hate to keep you that long, but thanks, Chris. Hi, Chris. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you this afternoon at Mona and Deb's. And then I hope you guys have a great weekend. And like Andrea said, pet fabric. Deb today. Yes, that's yeah, thank you, Terry. Put it in the description for those who watch the replay. Yes, you're right. See, Giovanna, right. Yes, so yourself a little merry little Christmas. So after the live stream, I will put it in the link. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. As I get better, I'll show you more projects. So, and then we'll get more advanced and do more fun things. So, but have a great day. Like I said, have a great weekend. Love you guys all. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it more than you know. So, yeah, you guys have a great day, and I will be talking to you soon.